day and welcome to Kev Head Tonight. Glad you've joined us. We have 4 special guests with us today. We have Marianne McGeary. Marianne is an instructor here at RB and our drama director.
Don't forget the Clarion.
And the director of the Clarion. How do you like that?
Love it.
Next, young Neal Fischer.
Young at heart, that's right.
Young at heart, Neal Fischer. Neal, a senior here at RB. We're going to talk to Neal this show about his plans for the future and how he's enjoyed his 4 years at RB.
That's good.
Is that all right?
Yes, I'm singing. Sounds good.
And you're going to sing, right?
I'll sing a little tune.
You'll sing a little tune?
Sing a little tune.
Next to Neal is a former community member and current director of the Collections Department in Financial Aid at Columbia College in Chicago, Mr. Jeffrey Sams.
Nailed it. That's good. Yeah.
Next to Jeff is Troy Gobble, who is the department chair of Physics and Science here at RB.
Absolutely.
What an amazing appointment.
There could be nothing better.
Yeah.
There could be nothing better.
To be a department chair, and my gosh, your name is Troy. Does this ring a bell, Marianne?
Summer place?
There's a summer. That's right, right?
That's
and
right.
why would I bring that up, Marianne, I ask you?
Possibly because of the relationship between Troy and the 1950s heartthrob, Troy Donahue.
Troy Donahue.
And they both have that surfer look.
The surfer look, yeah.
Surfer.
The rippling chest, the blonde hair.
No, that's a compliment. I have to say.
That's right. You can say that again.
No, that's a compliment.
Well, excellent.
But were you named after?
I was
Troy?
absolutely named after Troy Donahue. I'm from a little hillbilly town. There weren't enough people around to name me after, so they had to choose a
That's
movie star.
incredible. What a
What a cool
great
name.
name. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the man. I have no idea what he
Well,
looks like.
I remember there was a line in a chorus line. Troy Donahue, when they were auditioning for roles, and they used the name of Troy Donahue.
Oh,
It
and
seems like
Also in Greece.
and in
and
Greece.
Greece, when
And-
she sings, "Look at me, I'm Sandra,
Sandra
Dee,"
Dee.
Oh yeah.
with her wig on.
And she's all
On the bed.
about Troy Donahue in
Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee.
That's right. I directed that
Yeah.
show down at Joliet Central,
What year?
probably 5-6 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Love Grease.
I know
Great
you,
show.
Troy Donahue. I know what you want to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Ooh.
And he did.
And he did.
He did.
Yes.
He did what?
Well, it's a show about dating. Essentially.
Yes, yes.
About relations in the teenage world.
Whoa.
Tension.
Attention.
Tensions.
Sexual-wise.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't happen these days.
Physical.
Neal, thank you. Thank you. This is a family-oriented production.
You're on timeout for a while now. You're not allowed to speak.
Troy, you say you're from a hillbilly town in Illinois. Well, you didn't say Illinois, but I know it's Illinois.
That's
What
right.
town is it?
It's called Preemption.
Ah.
It's a beautiful little place. There's 2 roads like this.
That's right.
And that's it.
Crossroads.
Well, it's interesting
roads.
that you make that cross because preemption it sounds like redemption, you know.
Oh, and I bet it is a biblical.
Is that a biblical thing?
I think actually, silly enough, there's a law called the preempting law, and if you sit on a chunk of property long enough, it becomes yours.
Really?
And so this guy, whoever it was, 100 years ago, sat on the land long enough, and then he named it preemption because it was probably on the top of the form, and he couldn't spell anything else.
Wow.
How American
history there.
can you be?
That is. Well, I know Preemption because it's near my hometown of Galesburg. Have I told you that I'm from Galesburg?
No.
All the time.
Western Illinois. Now, how far is Preemption from Galesburg? I forget.
It's probably like 35 or 40 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
I have a great story about in college, my friends all made fun of me because it was such a small town. So they mailed me a letter by photocopying a picture of my head and sticking it to an envelope and then just writing Preemption, Illinois on it. And they mailed it to Preemption, Illinois, and I got it.
And you got it.
No address, no name, just a photocopy
Just
of my
the-
head. The postmaster looked at it and went, it's Troy.
That would
Threw
go
it
to
in my
Troy.
mailbox.
Sure, that would go to Troy Gobble.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Now that's how small it was,
That's
which is
great.
very silly.
There's a charm about those small towns anyway that people here often don't know about.
I
and you
want
don't
to know.
that.
Well, what's the charm
There's an
about them then?
experience. Well, for me, I love the farm. I love the farms and
Right.
the cornfields. The space between towns is very. I mean, up here you don't have that, and that's what I grew up with. And
Just
so
to go
did
outside
Troy.
and see the sky. The
Oh.
sky seems so much bigger without the buildings.
It
and
is. The
it's
sky
just
is
huge.
bigger, much more magnificent. And that reminds me of. Speaking of sky, you name that composer? Sunrise?
No.
Grieg. Yeah.
Which is a
And you were
great-
speaking of the beautiful sun and the skyline
Neat.
in the western part of Illinois. I call it God's country.
It is, and it's actually
sky
hilly. It's
country.
beautiful
It
over
is
there.
beautiful.
It is so much different than.
Is it like
than,
Galena? The Galena territory?
Yeah, we're south of there, but yeah.
South of there. Are you
I have a
close
question.
to? Oh, go ahead.
Troy, how many other jobs does the postmaster have?
He runs the fire department. Well, actually, there is no fire department. There's a truck that's parked behind the post office, and if something catches on fire, he goes out and gets in it and drives around and picks up all the other firemen in the town. What else does he do? I think he actually cuts hair on the side too, but I'm not so sure.
Well, I
That
should
is
go see
pure
him for that for my
Americana. I
next
love that.
hairstyling.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
true. You could say that again.
I should go to him for my next hairstyling.
What kind of hairstyle do you have?
Well, anyway, before we move on, everybody, today, before we humiliate, no, I'm kidding. Before we continue today, it is St. Patrick's Day.
And it is.
Marianne,
Aaron Gobra.
your last name is McGeary.
Yes, it
And
is.
so you would be Irish, just like me, don't you know it?
Yes. Are you purebred?
Well, I'm half Irish, half Scottish, don't you know it? And I'd like to, in honor of this special day, share with you. When Irish eyes are smiling. Do you know this one?
Oh, yeah. Someone sung
Sure,
it.
it's like a morning spring
Piano stylings of Kevin McOlgan.
with the lilt of Irish laughter. You can hear the angels sing
You're getting spiritual on us now.
Yes,
when Irish eyes are happy. All the world seems bright and proud.
Gay.
And when Irish
making up words?
eyes are smiling. I forgot the words. Sure, it's fills your heart away.
You need the gay to
Oh, beautiful.
rhyme with away.
Thank you. I forgot the
good.
words, but anyway, that was
Beautiful.
my tribute for St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to be right back with our 4 distinguished guests here on Kev Head tonight. So what do you think? Good day and welcome back to Kev Head tonight. We were just laughing about certain movies that have recently come out, but my gosh, movies are an important part of your life, Marianne, and you too, Neal. Recently, Willard.
Willard. Oh, man.
The reissue of Willard,
yes,
right?
Willard.
With all those
He's back.
scary rats.
Yes.
Don't the rats turn on him at the end?
Oh, no. I don't want to give away the ending,
Oh.
but Willard controls the rats.
Willard, but it seems to me, Marianne, that they turn against him at the end.
You are mistaken, sir.
Okay. Then am I thinking of Ben?
Ben is one of the rats. You know, the song. Can you play that? Can you play that Michael Jackson
I
too?
forget
It's
it.
Michael. It's Michael.
Ben.
Yes.
Ben.
Oh, Ben.
About something.
Yeah.
Right on the money.
Anyway, we have
Yeah, it's beautiful.
four incredible guests with us today. We have Troy Gobble, who is the science department chair here at RB.
That's right.
From Preemption, Illinois. We have Jeff Sams. Jeff, tell us about yourself a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm the credit manager at Columbia College, Chicago.
And you know, a lot of our students from RB attend Columbia College.
Yes, I have run across. So-
You have?
Sure.
I know one is Sam Pugles Kipling,
Yes,
who
I've
played
seen Sam.
trombone in the band.
Right.
Yeah. Now you have an interesting story about Riverside. What was it you wanted to share?
Well, I did a little research and I found out that there was about 8,800 people that live in Riverside, Brookfield. The area.
Riverside.
Riverside.
Yeah, because Brookfield's a separate. Okay.
section. Of that, 28 of them are minorities.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So it's an
very
interesting fact.
statistic.
Sure.
Yeah. It-
Does it stay level, that
Well,
amount of people?
yeah, they have to keep it. No, I'm just kidding. They it's 28.
Is it growing, or is it?
They didn't give me indication that it's going to increase. I don't know.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Interesting. And today we also have with us Neal Fischer. Neal, well, he's been our drummer.
But you know, when you say Neil, I can't help but think of Neil Diamond.
Oh, Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
You don't bring me flowers. He sang that with Barbra Streisand.
Yes, I don't care
Yeah.
for that one.
You don't like that
No,
one? Okay.
Crackling Rosie, I like.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the yeah that he doesn't know that one.
Well, I remember that. Crackling Rosie, you got to.
Yeah.
I remember that
That's a
from
good one.
You know, I was very young
Oh,
when that was
mere
out. Yeah.
twit.
That's
Jet?
right. That's right.
Something very small,
Well,
minuscule.
Marianne,
Yes, sir.
you and Neal both are movie buffs. Tell me, what movie do you think is going to win the Best Picture a week from last night on the Oscars? Will it be, don't tell me, will it be The Gangs of New York? Martin Scorsese's film?
And they're Irish in that movie, The Gangs of New
You
York.
can say that again, Neal, don't
They're
you know it?
Irish.
They're Irish, you betcha.
In honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Have I done an
Yes.
Irish tune for it?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Jeff,
Yes.
what is your recollection of an Irish?
Of an Irish.
Smiling?
I heard it only one time, so I really don't remember much from the song. But
tell
it
me,
was very moving.
Who sang it?
A lady we met years ago, her name was Twinkle Toes,
Twinkle Toes.
and she dressed in this odd costume,
Like a
like a fairy, Yeah. Yeah, like that.
How old was she?
She was probably about 80.
Seems like she was in her
80,
80s.
yeah.
And she was invited to a surprise birthday party.
Surprise birthday
hosted
party.
For me.
Hosted for you.
It was 5 years ago, so that would have been my 20.
I think it was longer than that.
23rd birthday.
I think it was. No, it was.
Just joking.
It was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And she came in and
she
sang
came in.
When Irish Eyes Were Smiling
Right.
to me. That's right.
Oh,
Did
very.
you know Twinkle Toes, or was
I didn't even know her.
He
It was
didn't
a
know her.
surprise.
It was a
She came in and she
surprise.
sang it to me. It was a great.
She was hired
great
to sing.
surprise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm Irish, don't you know? My heritage. I'm a.
You got the map of Ireland on your face.
Yeah. You can say that again, Marianne.
You've got the map of Ireland on your face.
Anyway, Neal, you're probably thinking that I forgot the question. Neal, the question is, will it be The Gangs of New York? Will it be The Hours?
Whiny Woman's movie has a shot.
Okay.
Whiny.
Will it be, now don't tell me, because I know the other ones.
See,
Will
I
it
don't
be
think so. I think the Academy doesn't like suicide movies. So I think they're going to take that against
I hope so.
What do you mean? You mean The Hours?
movies about, suicide. Because Virginia Woolf is in that movie, and everyone knows that she did kill herself
Yes, she
in
did,
real
yeah.
life.
I don't think people take to that false proboscis either on Nicole.
Yes,
Nicole Kidman,
yes.
but people
Yeah.
are saying that she's going to win Best Actress.
She might
and
because
she's a
of it.
contender
You know,
for it.
it's the nose winning it though.
But the others, the other
Yes.
movies now, Lord of the
Yes, we
Rings.
got-
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
That's what should win.
You think so?
I agree.
I
that was a
disagree.
great
I
movie.
Really?
disagree.
It was the most entertaining thing I've seen
Yeah.
in years.
Lord of the
It was
Rings?
fun.
Lord of the Rings.
I
haven't
thought
seen
the
it, but I'd
The
like to.
Hours was much better.
The Hours, and then of course we have Chicago, which
Oh, I like that movie.
people are saying is
Chicago?
going to win.
Yeah.
They think it's going to win. And then the other one would be The Pianist.
Right.
And I'm, of course,
Which I
I
just saw
play
2 weeks
the
ago.
piano as well. Now, Neal, what did you think of that movie, The Pianist?
You can say that again.
So it was breathtaking, and there was a lot of Chopin.
Chopin, correct, yeah.
In that movie, that's right. So anyway, of those 5, what's going to win, I ask? What's going to win, Neal?
Well, you see, there's lots of choices we have here.
What is going to win, Neal?
I think it's either between Gangs New York or Chicago, personally.
Okay, but give me one.
Well,
One.
for the viewers out there, Gangs New York is a lavish picture, and Martin Scorsese, as you know, hasn't won Best Director yet.
Highly violent, though, I understand.
It is highly violent.
Gratuitous
and bloody.
violence.
But see, Martin Scorsese hasn't won a director's Oscar yet. So I
Right.
think that the Academy might feel a little owing to give to Martin Scorsese.
Troy, what are you going for? Lord of the Rings?
I'm going for Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
I don't think it'll win, but that's what I want to win.
Okay, Jeff, how about you?
I think The Hours.
The Hours.
The Hours.
Nicole Kidman and Julianne Moore, one of my favorite
Correct.
actresses. Okay, Marianne, what's yours?
I think Chicago will win, but I think that Lord of the Rings should win. That's
I
the
agree. I
one.
think Chicago will win, but I think Gangs New York and there's a good chance.
Well,
Yes.
by the time this airs, the word will be out. we will know.
We will know.
What won Best Picture.
Which one didn't we
Academy
pick? 'Cause
Awards.
that'll be the one.
I'd like to thank you for being here with us today. Marianne McGeary, Neal Fischer, Jeff Sams, and Troy Gobble. We'll be right back. Don't go away. So anyway, that's not bad.
Yes, yes.
Good day and welcome to Kev Head Good Night. No, it's not Kev Head Good Night. Were you going to correct me? It's Kev Head Tonight.
Well, they
It's
can
your
edit that
show.
out.
Yeah,
know.
you can-
They
Well,
have
that's
the
like 10 or
technology.
11, that Tonight Show. You know?
That's right. I was thinking
You
of
would think
Johnny
that-
Carson.
Chicago
It's
tonight.
never Johnny Carson.
Oh, what a great guy.
And do you know the correlation between Johnny Carson and this tune?
They both are no longer heard. Is it?
That was Johnny Carson's favorite tune, Here's That Rainy Day.
Oh.
And on his last telecast,
He
he
played
had
that.
Bette Midler,
Bette Midler, that's
sing
right.
it. And she brought tears to everybody's
What
eyes.
year did he come
It was
off the
amazing.
air?
Well, I forget, has it been 10
It was
years
about
now?
about 10. I think.
10?
91 or 92?
Yeah, 91. June.
Yeah. Jay Leno has been on there since Johnny left.
Stinking up the place.
So glad to have stinking up the
A little commentary.
I'm a
about it.
David
Don't care
Letterman.
for Jay Leno.
I'm
my
a David
God.
Letterman man
Letterman,
myself.
Are ya?
and now I like
Really?
Conan.
Are
When
ya?
I went to New York with the choir my sophomore year, we saw the Late Show studios. It was very.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow. Neal, you went to New York with the choir.
Right.
And you like David Letterman. Who do you like, Jeff?
I like Jay Leno, yeah.
I
Jay
like them
Leno?
both.
David Letterman. by
David
far.
Letterman.
Stupid
You know who I
veterans.
like the most? I like Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Martin Short. He plays a host of a show, and he asks a question, and then he doesn't let him answer, or he moves on. You know, it's really funny. It's on Comedy Central, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Neal Fischer has been part of the RB community for
Quite
4
some-
years,
yes.
and is a brilliant musician. Neal, I'm going to ask, would you sing a few lines for us?
Sure.
Okay.
Is this something we can join in or just listen?
We're all going to listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to sing?
Here's your pitch. Yeah.
It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a yeah. That's my. I just got over a musical, as you
A
know.
red pack thing going on.
Yeah.
I just got over
Yeah,
it.
he does. And
Very
then, and then do a
nice.
little bit of witchcraft for us.
I need my pitch is all singers.
I forget how it starts. How does it start, witchcraft?
Those fingers in my hair.
Those
As you would know, as you would know.
fingers in my head.
Right.
Come on, Neal, give it to
All right, man,
us
I'll
a little
sing
bit.
it. I'll sing it.
Those
Fingers in my hair. That's like I'm hither stare.
It's witchcraft.
It's correct, right.
Yeah, what a great voice. Members of the illustrious panel, it is now time for the weekly,
Or daily.
or daily. A moment, a second, a year, a month, whatever. What am I quoting?
The hour.
My-
Hello,
yeah,
Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello,
My
Dolly.
line that I said, it would take me weeks, months, years. Takes a moment. Yes.
To be alive. You were great in that show. You were great.
That
Neal,
was like
as
Hello,
was everybody
Dolly?
in the cast.
Thank you.
Hello, Dolly.
Really?
Anyway, it's time for our favorite part of the show.
And what's that?
Name that tune.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Hold up.
Hello, Dolly. Jeff, that's yours. Good. Here's the next one.
That would be
Joe
Joe
a
a deer, a female deer.
Yeah.
From what show, though?
From Sound of Music.
Sounds of Music. That's right. Point for Jeff. Point for Neal.
We've got nothing.
Okay, you've got it. You've got to get going.
It's the educators, you know.
Yeah.
What do we know?
Oh, Song of Joy.
Ode to joy.
Ode to Joy. Oh,
Ode to joy. That's my
to
point.
He gets
Ode
them
to
all.
joy. Ode to joy.
fed
For an
you that
extra
one.
point, can you name the composer?
Mozart.
You're very close.
Beethoven?
Beethoven.
I gave it a whirl.
Okay.
Too late for me.
It's too late for you. It's too late
Oh,
for
Cat
you.
Stevens sang it. Wash that man right out of my hair, South Pacific. Pacific.
South
Mary Martin.
Pacific, Mary Martin.
Thank you.
Excellent.
That sounds a lot like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, the King's song.
Does it?
The shuffle. It sounds like the shuffle, man.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Excellent.
There you go.
Jesus
That's what I was
Christ
thinking. But you know,
Superstar.
I was thinking hair. I don't know why I was thinking hair.
Well, they all came out around the same time.
yeah.
Hair and Jesus Christ Superstar and Joseph, and they changed the world of musical theater forever
Really?
by incorporating rock music into the score.
And there's a big protest, I think, right? Am I
Oh,
correct? In
Superstar.
Britain, with Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice.
You mean over Superstar?
Over Jesus Christ Superstar.
There was an amazing controversy.
Judas.
That's the Judas song.
Yes.
I don't know what the name of it is, but
Heaven on Their Minds. You know, and interestingly, I remember buying that sheet music to Superstar when it came out. I couldn't wait to buy
What year
it.
was that?
70, 71.
Oh, okay.
Something
maybe.
like that. I sat with the album and just listened.
Yeah,
and
it came out
stared
as
at
an
the
incredible
picture
two-record
for a long
album,
time.
and it had a
Yes.
libretto, and half the country thought it was sacrilegious, and
Right.
you know, this is a sacrilege. You should not listen to it, which made us at the time,
Love
I'm
it so
sure,
much.
love it even much
Right.
more. What a great show!
But what would you compare that to today? What would be a good comparison?
Rent, maybe, because it was
Rent, yes.
groundbreaking.
Right.
Age isn't a very outspoken subject in musical theater, which is the central part of the musical, right?
AIDS, yeah,
AIDS.
Oh, right.
of Rent.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Were you in band when I
Broken
took the
Ground.
band to see
Yeah,
that?
we was out in Toronto.
At Toronto, we went on a trip to Toronto.
Toronto.
And
Is this
we went to Toronto.
Went Toronto.
And
And we went Ontario.
we went Ontario.
Ontario.
That's right. Yeah.
it's quite a trip you guys
And
took.
yeah, and we saw Rent on that trip. That was.
But how did you
that
go
was incredible.
Ontario? Did you drive or did you fly?
Well, on the way there, we went Toledo. I think.
We did.
and who left?
On our way to Toronto, we went Toledo.
Toledo.
And who led that trip?
It's always made me also. Reminds me of the time that I saw Toledo. When
Whoa.
have you ever gone to Tacoma?
I haven't gone to Washington. Is that Washington?
That's Washington. Oh, I'm sorry, getting kind of kooky here with the wit and the charm.
I thought you were talking about our Washington, D.C. maybe.
I think it's time to talk about computers.
Really?
Because you build computers.
I do. I build computers when I get a chance.
No.
But the problem I have with computer manufacturers is that I'll open them up, take them apart, but put them back together, and they work just fine, but I have a lot of extra pieces, so I just think that...
So what do you do with them? Just toss them aside?
I just use them for paperweights, you know.
Yeah.
Streamlining.
If you
Streamlining.
ever need any advice in working on computers, let me know, because
Comments?
I have learned how to turn them on.
That's a good start.
And I can check the manifold as well.
How you doing with the off? Can you go off?
What?
Can you get it off? Or just on?
You're working on it.
I can do both.
There you go.
But what's the important
you're
part?
pretty talented then.
What is the important part of a computer?
The manifold.
Yes. No, Kevin. It's not
The hard drive.
The hard drive.
The hard drive.
Right.
See, I do know that.
You do know that.
It needs regular lube job.
Yes, it does. Just like when you go to the auto shop. You know, with that in mind, we're going to take a break. And don't go away. We'll be right back. You know, if you think about the other stuff, Marianne, you're really... Good day and welcome back to Kev Head Tonight. Kev Head Tonight. Today we have Troy Gobble, RB, illustrious Department Chair of Science and Physics here at RB, and Jeff Sams, former community member who is now living in Chicago and the financial aid, collections manager of financial aid department at Columbia College in Chicago.
That's correct.
We have Neal Fischer, who's just an illustrious member of our student body here, quite well known. You made quite a name for yourself, Neal, as both a musician and
Thank you very much.
as a musician and as a drummer.
Yes.
And an
And a
improv
physicist.
artist.
He's quite a physicist, I might add.
Are you really, Neal?
I take physics, yes.
I didn't know that you do well in physics. We also have Marianne McGeary, an Irish person who's
Colleen.
Yeah. You know, I'm Irish as well.
I can tell from looking at you.
Well,
Me boy.
by me wavy hair, you can tell that I'm Irish. Don't you know? We have to continue our Name That Tune because
Yes.
one of you today will win the prize.
Want to win?
We'll walk away
Steve
with
Dahl,
the prize.
you'll walk away with the prize.
Yes.
Steve Dahl T-shirt, autographed. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's Gilligan's Island.
Point.
You're so good.
Yeah. Green Acres. No, Beverly Hillbillies.
Point. Point.
What I love the
Wick.
Beverly Hillbillies. That was a great show.
Hills of
Sound of
Rye.
Music. Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. We're gonna give that to
Okay.
Marianne.
Thank you.
Okay,
That
keep track of your own
that
points
was a
'cause
pity one.
I can't keep track.
I have
Okay.
9.
I think I'm
You
winning.
have 9. Okay. You know, I'm Irish and you're Irish. Neal, what are you?
I am.
What's your heritage?
I'm mostly Bohemian
Bohemian
and German.
and German.
I'm of the European descent.
Jeff, how about you? Now we're
Native American and African American.
Native American and African American. Interesting. And Mr. Gobble, Troy Gobble, what are you?
Turkish.
Turkish. Gobble Turkish. Now,
Oh, that's interesting.
I think it's kind of. I don't mean to laugh at your background, but I think it's kind of funny that your name is Gobble. And you see, in this country, turkeys are an important part of our Thanksgiving.
An integral part. An integral.
An integral part.
Integral part.
As well I know.
You're really Turkish.
I am not Turkish. I am.
It was a joke.
It was an attempt. Maybe not a very good one.
I thought it was great.
I don't know what I am. I'm adopted. So I can be whatever I want.
That's very cool.
I took a group of kids to Europe one year, and we wandered around from country to country, and the kids would point at people and go, "You look like that guy," and then they would go, "You must be Italian," or whatever country we happened to be in. It was very fun. But of course, you know, the poor Italians who couldn't understand what we were yelling and pointing at them were like, "Ah!" and scared and running away because a bunch of Americans are pointing
Pointing
and
at them.
yelling.
Yeah, sure.
Interesting.
What are our points so far? How many?
I have 2.
2?
You have 2.
2? Jeff?
I think I have 1.
No, you got
We have 2.
You have
Okay.
2. I know.
I'm sticking with 9.
You have 9. Okay,
Yes.
so far you got to beat 9. Ooh, that's a
Wait.
bad tone.
Ooh.
I'll have to get a tuner in here.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday?
Ah, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. No one knows
I'm
that?
making my think.
I
Go
can-
further.
Yeah, go a little bit.
Making my thinking face.
Sounds.
Is that a TV show?
I have dreamed from King and I.
I was
I
gonna say King
have
and
dreamed.
Of course.
Yeah. Even if you name the
By
the,
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
By Rodgers.
By Rodgers and
Even
Give him
if
a
you-
point for that. He knew that.
Yul Brynner is in the movie.
Yul Brynner. Okay, point.
Point.
Point to you. Point to you, Neal.
Point to
okay.
you, Neal.
You ready? Name the composer.
Oh, boy.
That would be
Mozart.
Mozart. No.
Mozart.
Chopin.
Oh, that's not.
Bach. That was the great counterpoint style.
Can we go back a little bit?
Can we go back a little bit?
And do that one again?
I don't think
Can we
you,
edit back?
I don't
I don't
think
know
you.
my
I don't
composers.
think you handled that one very well.
You could say that again.
I don't think you handled that one very well.
Thank you very much.
Did I already use that
Yes,
one?
yes, you
Okay,
sure did.
we can't do it again. Then we can't do it again. Trick question.
Are we on composers or?
You had to be listening. Here's that rainy day from Johnny Carson's last.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't mean to be mean.
I guess we're not listening.
Yeah, we're
I'm,
not listening.
I'm sorry to. I don't.
I guess
yeah,
we're
that
not
was-
paying attention.
That was.
to your show here.
What are our points? 2, 3,
2.
2,
I lied. I only have
9.
one. I only have 1, really.
Just 1.
1.
But hey, I think you did a great job.
I think so.
I really do. Name me your favorite musical.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh.
That's my favorite too. I just love that.
Suddenly Seymour. Is that where you go?
Now, this is the end of it, right, Kevin?
That's one of my favorite shows. I love that. You know, I did that at Joliet Central once. We also did it here at RB.
I
My
directed
second
it also.
year. It's a great show.
It's wonderful.
Great.
But were you playing the end of that show?
I was playing Suddenly Seymour.
Okay.
You need need a great plant. You need a good voice for a plant. And put that
great
on.
plant.
He says, "Eat me."
Yeah, feed me.
But who was the
Yes.
voice
Feed
of
me.
that plant?
Well, you would
Oh,
know.
it was.
I don't
it was
know.
The movie.
from
You-
the four. It was a R&B singer.
Was he from Earth, Wind and Fire?
Leon, somebody.
Leon.
Like from one of the, Temptations type groups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was from,
With
yeah.
a deep voice.
Oh, really?
One of the
Yeah.
groups, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Wind
think
and
of
It's a great show. Have you seen the movie?
Wonderful.
Troy? Have
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Love the movie.
Jeff, you love the
I've
movie.
seen
I
it so
know
many
you-
times.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
can't believe this, but today, the winner of the Steve Dahl t-shirt is going to go to our Neal Fischer.
Yay!
Thank you.
Neal, I'd like to present this to you if I could right now, and I'd also like to thank Troy Gobble for being here. Neal, today you 105.9 WCKG
Right.
radio T-shirt autographed by
Thank you.
Steve Dahl.
Wow.
I will accept it
Jeff.
wholeheartedly.
This is yours, Neal. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Jeff Sams, thank you for being here
Thank
today.
you for inviting me.
Troy Gobble, it's my pleasure to have you here today. And Marianne, an Irish, an Irish
Colleen.
colleague.
Colleen.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, don't you know it? And thanks so much for being part of our audience today here on Kev Head
Head Show.
tonight. So.